All right. So first question here is, what did you like most about working with Team Hired?
I think there was a lot of favorites, but the thing that came to mind first is that you guys already distilled down to your top picks for me. In the particular role you guys were filling for me, we had a few hundred applicants, and I don't have the time to watch the video interview of a few hundred people. But the fact that you guys are experienced enough and skilled enough to have already distilled down to who the clear leaders were and strongest candidates, and then just asked me to watch those 10 or 15 videos total, made the process so much easier for me. And then we ended up picking the perfect candidate out of your guys's mini list, I guess I would call it. And so that made my life super easy. It made it way easier finding the needle in the haystack.
I love that. So what were your results?
Results were great. So we ended up finding the exact right candidate who, in her 2 jobs previous, did exactly what I need, which I needed an accountant, but it was a particular type of accounting in going back and rectifying previous years, which is not easy to do. And of all of her accounting experience, that's literally what she had done in her 2 previous roles, is go back and reconcile books from previous years. And so even the specificity of what I needed, being her not just strong area, but previous experience, was perfect. So we found the unicorn literally that I needed for this role.
That's awesome. So what did you like most about the virtual process?
I think the virtual process, what I liked most about it was just that it was at my convenience, that you guys were doing your thing through virtual. So you were able to, while I was running my company, be doing all of the interviews. And then at the end of the day, in my free time, I would just go through your guys' clips of the recordings of the strongest candidates. And so truly, I was uninterrupted. I was able to continue running my company and doing what I would normally do in my day to day, and just at the end of the day, take a few minutes to watch a few videos from you guys. And so that complete flexibility around my schedule was my favorite part of it being virtual.
Awesome. All right. Last question. Why would you recommend Team Hired?
I would let me start that over. I would recommend Team Hired for, again, dozens of reasons, but for me, number one, it was a success. And so when you go to a third party to help you find an employee, obviously the goal is to find that employee. So number one, they did so in a timely fashion. Number two, how innovative they are in this new space of virtual hiring, that I never had to physically go into a Team Hired office. All we did was virtual, and then them finding the candidate was virtual. And really, in the world that we're all living in now, that is the world that we're in. I have most of my meetings now over a screen, and love it or hate it, it's just how things go. And so integrating the modern world being very much digital and what would you call it, remote, with an ancient process of headhunting and finding the right employees. You guys are by far the best and the leaders in the space. So I guess the last reason I would recommend you is you're great at what you do. You're one of the only ones that do what you do at the level that you do it. And again, it could be a lot of fancy bells and whistles, but at the end of the day, you found me my candidate. And so you guys aren't just innovative, you're not just disruptive in the space, but you're also effective because I found my perfect hire.
Awesome.